What is up, folks? It's the 8 to 5 trader. Give you guys my trades for the day. Today I made $500 million. I'm going to show you guys how I made all this money. And I'm going to sell you my courses so you too can do it too. Now I'm just playing. I only made like 40 bucks. But yeah. So net P&L today is 35.10. 35.10. And I got my plush headrest on. But yeah, 35.10. Commissions were $5, and ECN fees are gonna be like $5. So what went down today? Well, my day started off crappy. So yeah, I traded MU for the first few minutes. Took a late short on MU, thinking I was gonna get that nice breakdown. I was looking for opening range breakdown. I went short at the opening range, at the break of the opening range right here. You see right there. It squeezed up a bit in that 2 minute. I'll show you on the 1 minute right here at the top. It squeezed up, and then when that candle closed back down is when it finally broke down. So I lost 38 bucks on that. My mistake for taking such a late entry, but I felt like I had the right idea, just didn't hold. Yeah. So then I took another short on MU right here, thinking it was probably going to go ahead and get ready to go down right here. Felt like it popped up, couldn't hold. It popped up again, couldn't hold. And this candle closed right here. And then it squeezed in the next 2 minute candle. Or the next 1 minute, actually. But so the next 2 minute candle started. Squeezed up. Pissed me off. At this point, what the hell is that? At this point, I was telling myself, you know what? Today's being dumb, but don't get shooken by it. Then it finally kind of did something. MU was just choppy. SQ, dumb, stupid. What did I do here? Oh, okay, I went long on SQ. Went long. Everything was looking good. It consolidated. It was holding the 20. I was like, this is going to be the one. This is going to pop the higher day. Went long 200 shares, 61.72. And if you see here on the 1 minute, we got a nice little pop. And I'm thinking, yeah, it popped. This is going to continue to go up. No, that ain't what happened. It went up, and then it came back down. And then I stopped out for an $18 loss. So I think I was up 30 bucks at this point, but I really thought we were going to push up and go ahead and get higher day. No. And then, of course, it consolidated, and it finally ended up doing that later on in the day. But earlier, that was a bunch of BS because it could have went ahead and did it, but obviously it just wasn't ready to do it when I got in the trade. But bunch of BS. But what saved my day was Docu. I saw this in the chat room a few times. Somebody said to watch this at the in the pre-market. When I looked at this, the price action was just trash. But this actually made some very nice, clean moves. This actually was one of the patterns I kind of look for, that kind of U shape where it breaks down in the at the open when the moving averages are in the bullish trend. It breaks down, fake you out like you're gonna go down, and then it curls back up. On the 2 minute, you can easily see that curl. That's what I look for. So definitely, probably should have kept this on watch. But I did end up getting a decent entry on this. No, actually, a really good entry on Docu. I waited for the 2 minute. I waited for a pullback, and my entry was more so on the 2 minute and the 1 minute. So you can see right here on the 2 minute, I waited for that confirmation that it wasn't going to break the 20. You had a bullish green candle here. I got in long 200 shares at 66.44. Scaled out twice here at the top, and I went ahead and took everything off because I felt like it was going to roll over, and I'm glad I did because I still would have stopped out at break even. But if you were watching this for another entry, you definitely could have got multiple opportunities to get back in here. And by this time, I was close to break. I was positive, and I just decided to go ahead and end my day there. So, the day. But this is my biggest blunder of the day because, again, I just was not trading. Well, my confidence was gone again. I was trying to get my confidence back. I saw Roku here at 11, around 11, 111.30-ish. I saw this candle here, and it offered the opportunity for you to go long, but I didn't know if I wanted to take this. I don't normally trade Roku, but I saw a pattern here, but I just did not take it. But you definitely could have ended up gotten in here. Even with 50 shares, you could have went long here, 111.75 at, or even 111.95, and you could have held this to a low of day and only lost 50 bucks. So that's a little over 1%, almost 2% of my account value. And the upside would have been risk reward. I mean, this would have been a 1 for, you could have held this all day pretty much up to 117. So that's a 1 for 6. You risk one and you get 6 in return. Like that was seriously the you risk 1 point and you get 6 in return. Like that was the risk reward that was just unreal, and I just didn't take it. So I want to start taking more trades like this and just take smaller share sizes, because that was definitely that curl pattern that I look for. More so on the 5 minute, because you'll see that pattern on the 1 minute. Well, more so I don't like to look on the 1 minute because it's so much noise, but 5 minute and 2 minute you see it more often. And like even at the first 10 minutes, like it made that pattern where I see on the 2 minute it goes, you think it's gonna fake you out, you think it's gonna go ahead and fake you out, and then it crashes. I've taken a trade just like that, and I like it when the 9 and the 20 and the 50 are under the VWAP, because it's more plausible for it to happen. But anyway, those are the trades for the day. Yeah, like my day could have been a lot better as always if I just didn't trade chop. I get chopped up so much, but when I do make a good trade, it's very clean, and it's very, like, when it happens, it goes ahead and does the move. But yeah, these were just unfortunate. Chop, and I'm either early on the trade or too late, and SQ was just, the trade was going in my favor, and it just didn't hold. It was choppy. You can see all this, like, this is chop. That's nothing but chop. And the same thing with MU, this is nothing but chop. Then it finally makes somewhat of a clean move, and then it squeezes back up. And that's the stuff I try not to trade. But these are the types of trade to me that actually really make it hard for small accounts to profit, because you're losing all your gains and just chop. So that's why I take big share sizes, not necessarily because of the not necessarily to get the big gains, but simply because, like, I try to offset the chop. But I could have took a smaller share size here definitely, and not would have lost as much, since I guess the move wasn't as it wasn't an A plus setup. But again, you don't really, hindsight is 2020. So, but yeah, subscribe, like the video. See y'all tomorrow.